Joining me now is Mike Pompeo, former Secretary of State, Fox News contributor. Mr. Secretary, these Olympics are poised to be a massive PR coup for President Xi, and yet we're plowing right ahead.
Good evening, Laura. It's great to be with you. Look, I've been calling for us not to let our athletes go to Beijing for a long time now. I really regret that the leadership in the United States and the IOC has failed these athletes. I love the Olympics like anybody. My mother took me to the LA Olympics. I saw Carl Lewis run. We were sitting in some really high-up seats at the LA Coliseum. I love this event. But your point's well taken. We shouldn't prop up Xi Jinping. This will become known as the Genocide Olympics. What's taking place in Western China is nothing short of genocide. We shouldn't forget, too, this virus that you were talking about at the beginning of your show came from the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Almost certainly, that is, this virus was foisted on the world. And then second, not only are we propping up one of the greatest human rights violating leaders in all of recorded history, but we're putting our athletes in a very difficult place. Imagine one of them wants to say something about Tiananmen Square, or they want to talk about the Wuhan Institute of Virology. I promise you the chance of them getting their exit visa will be low. And those athletes should all know, too, that Beijing is the most surveilled city in the world. Whether it's their cell phones or their iPads or whatever it is, or something they're saying to someone else, you can bet that the Chinese Communist Party will be able to track everything they do, every place they go, and everything they say, and they will record it. It will be used for Chinese Communist Party purposes for time ongoing.
Now, just days ago, this is a little notice story in the Washington Post. It revealed that China was mining for social media data on Westerners. A Post review of bidding documents and contracts for over 300 Chinese government projects since the beginning of 2020 include orders for software designed to collect data on foreign targets from sources such as Twitter, Facebook, and other Western social media. I guess I'm in trouble, Mr. Secretary. Ask me if I care. No one's covered this except this one piece, thankfully, in the Washington Post.
You know, I hadn't seen the most recent reporting, but I certainly know precisely what it is. They're taking place in Germany in the 1930s. And we, of course, have spoken about this virus that has now killed millions of people across the world. This all came from the Chinese Communist Party. They should be held accountable for each of these things, and they should not be permitted.